One of the biggest problems RuneScape has faced since its release back in 2001 is bots. Anywhere from auto-clickers to fully automated account builders, you name it, it likely exists. Jagex even employed a bot developer, Jackmob. Jackmob proved to Jagex at RuneFest 2011 that even after their efforts with Cluster Flutter, or better known as Bot Nuking Day, botting was still possible. So why not employ the person who can work around your changes? But today, one of the upcoming problems isn't just bots, it's AI bots. The ability to make a bot that uses AI machine learning to play the game for you could mean the difference between something that is obviously a bot to something that is completely undetectable. But what if I become the bot? With the help of a plugin and AI, I'll let AI guide me in whatever direction it takes me. This is AI Taskmaster. Oh, and before we get into it, things did not work out the way they were intended to work out. I appreciate you if you get to the end of the video, or if you just watch a video in general. Anyway, let's get to it. So let's go ahead and ask AI what we do first. I am a fresh account. What should I do first? Okay, so we need to establish some starter GP, purchase some core magic supplies, and unlock self-sustaining rune crafting pathways. Okay, so it wants me to go to the Stronghold of Security and obtain 10,000 coins. It then wants me to go to Betty's Magic Emporium in Port Sarim to buy Staff of Air and a large stack of Mind Runes. Weirdly, it says Air Runes as well. I will follow it. It tells me to buy my Air Staff and Air Runes, so I'll do as I'm told. Then I must visit Diango in Draenor Village to purchase the Chronicle and Teleport cards. Okay. Then Rune Mysteries. And then train magic to level 13 on safe targets like Lumbridge Cows or Chicken to unlock Fire Strike. Well, no time at present. Let's get started. So we must walk to the Stronghold of Security in Barbarian Village and navigate the first 3 vault floors to safely secure 10,000 coins. It is a shame that it told us not to speak to Count Check because we could have teleported there, and we are going to use a lot of our run energy. I know it says to walk, but yeah, we are going to run. I don't think there's much of difference there. Oh, hang on. I have just got a random event. The sandwich lady. Do I interact with her? Okay, interact with the sandwich lady for an immediate food. Okay, cool. Right, triangle sandwich. Perfect. We must now make our way through the first 3 floors. Now, luckily, the first floor is completely safe and none of the NPCs attack us. There is chest number 1 unlocked. Let's move on to chest number 2. There is the 5k now unlocked. So we probably should preserve our run energy here because we can get stacked out in the animation of opening these doors, and we don't want that to happen yet because we are a UIM and everything will just drop to the floor, albeit at a 1 hour timer. But let's not add aggro to this fucking process because I imagine the AI is going to make it harder as we get along. Please, please, please. I'm eating, fuck it. I probably should not have eaten the bread because that is 5 rather than 3, but never mind. Please, 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 please. I don't want to max it his. Let's eat up. Nice, got there safely. Okay, we are now at the chest. We now have 10k. We'll mark that one as completed and move on to the next one. The next task is to travel to Betty's Magic Emporium in Port Sarim to buy Staff of Air and a large stack of Mind and Air Runes. Well, I'm unsure why it wants us to buy the Air Staff and the Air Runes. So let's go ahead and do that now. It's interesting that it's making me go to Betty's Magic Emporium in Port Sarim. and not the magic shop in Varrock and the staff shop in Varrock. I'm also pretty certain that Betty's Magic Emporium does not sell staffs. Could be wrong, but we'll find out. Okay, so we have arrived in Varrock. AI would like us to buy a staff from Zaf. So it now says to walk to the southeast corner of Varrock to locate the rune shop. We have arrived. Buy as many mind runes as you can afford from Aubrey with to pair with your staff of air. We've got 2 coins left. I hope it's guiding us in the right direction. Equip the air staff. Cast Wind Strike on a low level monster like rats or chickens. Let's do this, shall we? AI. What monster should I kill and where? Right. Safe spot cows at the northeast Varrock cow pen. Using Wind Strike to train your magic and prayer levels without taking any damage. Northeast Varrock cow pen. There is no... Okay. AI. There is no northeast Varrock cow pen. Now you'd think, considering it's AI, it would at least have some level of knowledge for what the game does and doesn't have. But thankfully I can ask and talk to it, and it will fix and rectify the issues. So what's it saying now? Train magic to level 13 using Wind Strike in the Varrock sewers. Alright, fantastic, let's get going. It does just say train magic to level 13 using Wind Strike. So I guess that's what we're going to do. Can we save spot? We definitely can, so let's do that. The rats drop raw meat and bones. What should I do with them? Bury the bones immediately to gain early prayer experience and conserve inventory space. Keep exactly 1 raw meat in your inventory as it is a critical item needed for druidic ritual. Okay, so it actually knows that. That's actually pretty cool. So we'll keep a hold of 1. Cook any raw meat using your bronze axe and tinderbox to train cooking, or drop them to keep your inventory clear. Let's continue. 13 magic. Right, well, let's go pick up these last bit of bones and we'll find out what we're doing next. Level 12 Minotaurs on the first floor. Vault of War. Stronghold of Security. They can be easily safe spotted behind the room fences. Using Wind Strike spell, they frequently drop stackable iron arrows, bronze arrows and coins, which are ideal for your limited UIM inventory. You can accumulate the iron arrows and sell them to Lowe's Archery Store in Varrock for early game GP. I'm not too sure about that, but that's our task. Let's go ahead and do it. What fences is it talking about? And the werewolves. Let's have a look around this lower level because I think everything's safe anyway. So have a little look around and see if we can find them. Oh, there's the Minotaurs. And there's the fence. Level 27. Are they safe? They are. Okay, so that means then if we attack that, we get it over the fence. Oh, we do get it over the fence. All right, let's get cracking. Okay, so it's the next day. We are logging back in. It would seem that we need to repopulate the task list. So I have quickly reminded AI what we were doing to see if it can regenerate my task list for me. So according to this task list, we still need to get 25 magic on Minotaurs in the Stronghold of Security to unlock Varrock Teleport, which is good. So let's continue. Now, originally it told me to stay here and train magic so that I can make money. I'm going to ask it what I should collect and what I should do with it. Right, so in the side panel, let's do this. While I continue to train magic at Minotaurs, what items should I collect and what should I do with them after? What should I do with them? Right, so it wants me to collect iron arrows and coins. They stack and are highly valuable for your future range training and cash flow. Also, collect the right skull half to eventually create the skull scepter for free teleports. To make room for these, drop your non-stackable starter clutter from like your bronze dagger, bronze sword. Okay, bronze dagger, bronze sword, bronze spear, bronze full hammer, bucket and pot. Okay, cool. So that seems to be what he wants us to keep. Let's reorganize our inventory and then we'll crack on. I am intrigued to know why it wants us to get 25 magic. I'm trying to think what that gives us, apart from early level teleports, but then we don't have runes for it. Not knowing how we're going to progress this account and kind of just being blind but guided at the exact same time is kind of odd. I'm trying to figure out what the whole purpose is here, but yeah, I'm not in charge. We'll wait and find out. What the hell was that path in? What the hell was that? I've still got low HP. I really need to make sure I don't die. That's a collection log slot, and that's also the right skull half obtained. Ooh, beginner clue scroll. Interesting. Let's find out what AI would like us to do with this. I just got a beginner clue scroll. What should we do? Read the beginner clue scroll to check its first step. If it is a simple Varrock based examine or talk to step, complete it for potential casket. However, if it requires a Charlie the Tramp task which demands crafting, fishing or smithing levels you currently lack, or an emo step requiring gear you cannot easily obtain, drop the scroll immediately. Okay, so the opening task is talk to Charlie the Tramp. Okay, so that's getting dropped. Oh, run out of the way. Stop me, stop. Jesus, 20 magic, 14 combat, and a near death. Well, not really near, but that did not help us at all, really. 20 magic, 14 combat. Okay, so we have made a few changes in the client. What we've done is we have gone and installed fixed resizable hybrid. What that does is makes it so that we can set the game to resizable mode, so I can have it 16:9, and then I can have it formatted to look like the classic fixed mode. This way I can get it at a 16:9 resolution and actually have it fit the OBS canvas quite nicely. So for the foreseeable future, we're going to have it like this. And we finally have obtained 25 magic, thanks to the AI plugin's guidance. Right, so let's finish this Minotaur, and let's take a look and see what we do next. So when I ask AI for what our next task is, on the side panel we've got this interface. It gives me 5 active tasks down here, and it also lets me ask AI what's going on at the top up here. So first thing it wants us to do is drop the useless copper ore and iron and tin ore from your inventory to free up valuable space. So we're going to drop that. That's done. Travel south to Lumbridge and speak to Duke Horatio on the 2nd floor, Lumbridge Castle, to start rune mysteries and obtain an air talisman. Right, it says travel south. So here's what we want to do. Let's go into here and say, when you say travel south, how should I get there? To travel south from your current location in the stronghold security, First, use the portal or climb the rope ladder in the starting room to exit the surface in Barbarian Village. So reading on, it essentially just wants me to walk there. I'd really like to use my Lumbridge home teleport, but seeing as it's not letting me do that, let's walk there. Maybe we should clarify this at the same time. So when you say walk, is running an option if we have stamina? Fingers crossed it says yes, because I would rather not walk. If I'm not allowed to use my teleports, I'd very much like to run there. Yes, running is absolutely an option and is highly recommended whenever you have the stamina. Walk is simply a general term used in OSRS guides. Alright, okay, it's just scored me on that one. Thanks AI for making me look like an idiot. Anyway, let's continue. So now I have 1,000 subscribers. I would really like to aim for 2,000. I set myself a personal goal of 4,000 by the end of the year. If I can get as close to that as possible, that would be great. And with your help, it's incredibly possible. If you want to see more of this type of content and you want to catch up with Chunky Geezer and be notified about every other video in the future, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, click the like button too. And if you have any feedback or want to let me know how you thought, drop us a comment. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, so we have arrived in Lumbridge Castle. Let's go ahead and mark off this one here. Once we have spoken to Duke Horatio, we have to speak to him. You got any quests for me? Gives me the talisman. Okie dokie, so we now have the talisman. Let's click done. Next step, go south to the basement of the Wizard's Tower and speak to the Archmage Cedrador. Okay, I think it's going to guide me through the quest. So we've got quest helper active apparently, so we'll follow that, but we're going to use AI's tracking to help us through the quest. I think we might do, though, just to keep it a little bit cleaner, is let's remove the quest guide info at the top. There we go, that's gone. Now we can get rid of that ugly looking little display for the purposes of this quest. AI tells us that he will give us the research package once we've given him the talisman. Travel. Does this include teleports, i.e. home teleport to Lumbridge? Yes, travel absolutely includes all forms of teleportation. For Ultimate Ironman, utilising that free home teleport to Lumbridge, 30-minute cooldown, is crucial. Inventory friendly way to navigate furthermore. Now that you've reached 25 magic, you can use the Varrock teleport spell, which requires 1 law rune, 1 fire rune, while wielding your Staff of Air. So it knows that I'm holding one to quickly travel to Varrock without consuming run energy. Right, okay, so let's use our home teleport. The current task is walk to the magic shop in the southern Varrock. Or in southern Varrock, sorry. And speak to Aubrey. Give him the research package from your inventory. So let's talk to Aubrey. Let's give him the research package. We've now spoken to Aubrey again to receive the notes, which we'll actually need to bring back to Cedrador at the Wizard's Tower to complete the quest. And just like that, we have finished Rune Mysteries by the guidance of AI. Let's now tell AI that we have finished the quest. Right, ready for your next steps. So, AI, we have just finished Rune Mysteries. What's next? Start training runecrafting to self-source air runes by utilizing the air altar with your noted pure essence. Okay, I mean, that's kind of pointless because we have an air staff. But AI knows best, so let's go ahead. Step 1 on the list is to walk to Varrock West Bank with your noted pure essence in inventory. Why? Why are we going to Varrock West Bank? We have now gone and walked to the air altar. We definitely can't equip a talisman, but thankfully it does say that we can use it. So let's use the air talisman on the mysterious ruins to enter the air temple and craft our first batch of air runes. Level 2 rune crafting has been obtained. Perfect. Next step, walk north to the Falador East Bank to unnote the remaining pure essence. Repeat the run to build your rune crafting level and air rune supply. Right, okay. I was hoping this would happen. So, our current task is to unlock Guardians of the Rift minigame by reaching level 10 mining and completing the Temple of the Eye quest to solve your rune crafting and air rune supply bottleneck permanently. Yeah, we still got the Staff of Air, by the way, but let's ignore that and have a look at our active task. Step 1, purchase a bronze pickaxe from the Dwarven Mine Pickaxe Shop, north of Falador, or the Varrock West General Store. I don't remember Varrock West General Store existing or even selling an axe. So we'll ignore that and we'll go for the pickaxe in the Dwarven Mine. Despite the fact there is one in Falador on the floor. Okay, fine. Anyway, next step. Travel to the southeastern Varrock mining site and mine copper and tin until you reach level 10. Cool. We're just going to ignore the fact that Rimington exists. That's fine. Head south of Draenor Village to the Wizard's Tower and speak to Wizard Sani to start Temple of the Eye quest. I think it might be missing the other requirements, i.e. the other quest. Also, I don't think we start the quest in the Wizard's Tower with Wizard Sani. I'm a bit confused by that. Anyway, next step after that is to obtain a bucket of water. You can buy a bucket from a general store and use it on any sink or well. Okay. For last step, use the newly unlocked Guardians of the Rift minigame to safely train rune crafting and accumulate thousands of air, mind, and other elemental runes without needing... And I can't read the rest. Right. Well, I've got a few things to correct, and I've got a child that needs to go to bed. I'll be back in 1 second to continue this ridiculously silly grind of AI telling me what to do. Okay, so we have taken the AI back to the drawing board a little, because clearly the way it wanted me to get to Temple of the Eye and get Guardians of the Rift was practically impossible. We are now walking north of Falador, going down the mine. Let's do as we're told. The next step was to locate Drogo's mining emporium, the northeastern section of the Dwarven Mine, and buy an iron pickaxe for 140 coins. Is this true? Definitely not an iron pickaxe, it's a bronze pickaxe. And it's for 65 coins. Let's tell AI. We are with Drogo, and he doesn't sell an iron pickaxe, just a bronze one. Right, okay, so it's now telling me to trade Drogo and buy a bronze pickaxe. We've now done that. Task completed. Right, climb up the northern ladder to exit the Dwarven Mine, walk east past Barbarian Village, and enter Varrock, heading to Aubrey's Rune Shop in the southeast corner of the city. After asking, we have to clean up your cluttered inventory by selling unused arrows and dropping low value items, then use your coins to purchase air runes directly from Aubrey's Rune Shop in Varrock. I mean, that kind of takes away from the rune crafting, but let's see what happens. Inventory cleared up. Let's go to Aubrey's shop and buy air runes. Not really sure how that resolves the spell casting bottleneck, considering yet again we are wielding a staff of air. But hey ho, let's see what happens. Let's knock off these tasks it gave me quickly. So that was to go to low, trade the arrows to low, drop the runes. We sold them to the shop, but yeah. We've now gone to Aubrey's rune shop. Trade Aubrey and spend your accumulated coins to buy air runes to resolve some apparent immediate resource bottleneck. Right, now, instead of me typing and asking, I'm going to click a special button. At the top, we have Let AI Decide. I'm going to click on this and see what it says. Obtain 10,000 coins from stronger security. That's already been done. So let's go ahead and tell it that. We have walk to East Rune Shop. Yep, that's fine. Right click Aubrey and teleport. Right. Okay, so we are now being pushed to craft air runes, I think. Inventory obtained. Right. That's done. Enter the portal. Okie dokie. Walk west of Varrock. Head past Barbarian Village. Alright. We know what we're doing. Straight to the air rotor again. Let's go. Level 4 rune crafting. Right. Okay. So we have done that. And we have also done that. Let's do it again. Let AI decide. Okay, so it's taken me in a different direction. Exit the portal, Barbarian Village to Edgeville, Mage of Zamorak, Aubrey's Rune Shop, teleport to the Rune Essence Mine, automatically. Okay, so it's going to get me to do the mini quest. Travel to Varrock and meet the Mage of Zamorak in the Southeastern Chaos Temple to receive the Scrying Orb. Cool, Scrying Orb unlocked. Next step, speak to Aubrey, exit the mine, return to the Varrock Chaos Temple and hand it in to the Mage of Zamorak, sorry. I feel like it's not that simple. I feel like you have to go to more than just one teleport place. But this is what AI wants me to do, and we'll see if it's correct. 3 different locations. Right. Right, well, let's update this to tell it that we actually need to go to 3 places, not 1. It wants us to go to Cedrador and Crompety. That's absolutely fine, because that's actually what we do need to do. We have just completed that task from AI. We've now got our small pouch, Abyssal Book, and the 1000 experience for rune crafting. That's going to give us level 10, which is exactly what we need. Let's find out what's next. Okay, so API error 429 is unknown error. Looking it up, the error is basically too many requests. So chances are AI is being overly used at that point, or it has received too many server requests. So we have to give it a couple of minutes to just kind of breathe, and then we can look again. The only workaround around for that is by putting in credits, basically paying money to have it use those credits. So I may consider doing that in the future if this series turns into something that is watchable and enjoyed and requested more often by you as the viewer. But we do now have new tasks. So current task in the chat box: train rune crafting to level 11 by mining rune essence at Aubrey shop, craft air runes at the altar, lifting your air rune bottleneck. 1 inventory of that should be fine. Also, we've got a small pouch, so that's good. And the guide on the right hand side from AI is just walking us through that. So we're going to go and mine the inventory we need, and I shall see you shortly with 11 rune crafting. 11 rune crafting. Let's knock off some tasks and see where we get. Go to the southern entrance of Falador. Pickpocket men and women to get 300 coins. This will get us to 7 thieving. We then go to Draenor Village, buy a Chronicle and a teleport card, and use that on there. Okay. Now, annoyingly, we have 1 HP pretty much. We just regen to 2, but we have 1. It wants us to get 300 gold, but we are 3 gold off of 100 gold, so we're not even 1/3 of the way there. It hasn't told me what to do with food though, so I need to ask it about food or whether I should just stand here and wait. But we're still getting API error 429, which means the server is being overloaded. So I may have to wait a little bit to regen till I can ask it that question. No! Oh, I don't even know why I did that. I just said something and then completely ignored it. Well, let's walk back to Falador and get our shit back. Cool. So we're back. We picked the stuff up. We have got full HP again. But let's just carry on where we left off. We have reached 7 thieving. We are 247 gold in. We need another 53. Fingers crossed that we can just do that without having to get close to dying. Probably not though. Okay, so to restore your hit points safely and without a bank, you have 3 excellent options nearby. Number 1, the Falador Cabbage Patch. Number 2, Draenor Wine. Number 3, Natural Regeneration. I think we're going to go to the cabbages because they're quite close by. Well then, 300 gold. We have obtained 300 gold. We now must attend Draenor Village, which, as we are just about to walk through the gate, we will tick off. Okie dokie. So, trade Diango. We buy 1 Chronicle. Locate and trade Diango in the center of Draenor, then purchase the Chronicle for 150 GP. It's not 150 GP. Do you know what? Let's just not rely on it this time. We clearly need to go and do what this says. So, annoyingly, while we wait for error 429, let's just go get 150 gold. I'm sure there is a man around here somewhere. There we go. Right there. Let's get 150 gold here. Please work. No. Do you know what? We're just going to do the flipper random while I wait for error 429, and I'm probably going to buy those credits because it's pissing me off. Right. We've just got level 10 thieving. We've just got 154 coins. Now we can buy 1 page. If it makes me use that page to immediately teleport to Varrock, I am going to be pissed off. Because why didn't I just walk there, brother? You've made me walk everywhere now. So why didn't you just... Why didn't you just make me walk there? Yep, okay, cool. So we are still getting error 429. I'm going to quickly have a look at the credit system for the AI model. Maybe put a couple of quid on there to see if that helps. I will report back once we actually get our next set of tasks. Right, so I have figured out what the fault and problem is, and I have rectified it. Essentially, we were using Google's 3.5 flash model. You can only request 5 actions every minute, and you can only do 20 daily action requests, which sucks, considering we're going to need hundreds. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it from the 3.5 flash model to the 3.1 flashlight model, which gives us 500 daily requests and then 15 requests every minute, which should be way more than we need. And for what we're doing, i.e. requesting what tasks we should do and how the plugin operates, it should be fine. It actually might be the previous model we had, the 3.5 flash was probably a bit overkill for what we're looking at. But we are now going to take a look into generating a new task list. So let's have a look and see what we've got going on. Right. Everything should now be fixed. Let's try again. Now that looks perfectly doable. Essentially, it wants us to get to level 33 to unlock telekinetic grab. It says about killing chickens or cows in Lumbridge or the wizard south of Draenor. I'm happy to give these a go, but if I remember rightly, the fact that level 9 doesn't matter much. They still slap. So let's find out. Do you know what? I don't think that's too bad. We might actually be alright here. Optimize inventory management and gear upgrades. So it says, equip any blue wizard robe or wizard hat drops immediately. Collect all stackable runes. Bury any drop bones. Ignore or drop non-essential items like earth runes, water or fire talisman. Oh, earth, water or fire talismans and duplicate wizard. Okay. Long, essentially bury bones, collect runes. Come on. Let's not die already. What's their max here? Shit. I'm dead. Fuck, damn it. Oh, I see why it wants us to get the coins again, because we lost the Chronicle. I think we're probably going to have to go pickpocket again, because it wants us to get another Chronicle. Although, Chronicles are not 150 coins. Chronicle is not 150 GP. It is 300. Alright, pickpocket the man or woman in Draenor Village until you have 450 coins in your inventory, and then buy back the items we had, i.e. the Chronicle and the page. Fine. That's a very valid task considering we just lost them. So yeah, let's go do that, and I imagine it might want us to do that once we are done, i.e. return to the wizards. But we'll find out. Right, okay, so it's changed the projection. So it now says I need to walk to the northern side of Draenor Village Market, climb up the rough wall on the building to begin Draenor Village rooftop agility. Get 10 levels. Alright, I suppose we're going to do that now. I think what we need to do is clicking the let AI decide is a good option. I do like that. Oh, level 4 agility. But I think what actually might be better is for me to type the message in and let it determine based off my text. Maybe we should let AI decide if we're kind of not too sure about what we do next. Secure an excellent free renewable food source by stealing cakes in East Ardoyne. Travel west to Ardoyne by walking through Port Sarim, past Rimington, and northwest through the Hemminster area. I am tired. It's 3 AM, so I'm going to go to bed, and we will revisit this tomorrow morning. Okie dokie, now we have finished doing the task of collecting cakes. So let's ask AI. We have now collected cakes. What is next? Train thieving at the baker still to level 20. At level 20, begin stealing silk from the nearby silk stalls. Wait 20 to 30 minutes or complete a short activity nearby for the silk merchant to forget your theft. Okay, fine. So, given that, I'm going to actually now have to start dropping these cakes so we can progress towards 20 thieving. And we have 20 thieving. That is this task completed. Let's go ahead and drop the food. At level 20 thieving, begin stealing silk from the nearby silk stalls. Fill your remaining inventory slots with silk. Unfortunately, here comes the annoying bit. We have to now wait for 30 minutes so I can speak to the silk trader or silk merchant and sell back the silk for money. So I will see you in the next clip after 30 minutes has passed. Okay, so some time has now passed. Let's see if it's enough time to talk to the silk merchant. No, I guess that it's 30 minutes of being logged in and not 30 minutes of just account time. So I suppose I'm just going to stand here and wait the timer out. Or what about if we ask AI what we should do? What should we do to wait out the 30-minute timer? Okay, so it would like us to train at the Gnome Stronghold Agility course to reach 20 while we were waiting for the 30-minute timer. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We have arrived at the Tree Gnome Stronghold. We must now head over to the Gnome Stronghold Agility course located on the southeast part of the Stronghold, just north of the entrance. Train on the agility course until you reach the level 20 agility. This will take approximately 20 to 25 minutes and unlocks the Alcarid rooftop course. I like that, you know, it knows what we're doing, so let's work on 20 agility. Why actually can't I spell? Come on, quickly reply so we can see what we're doing. What are we doing? Now try to drink one of the jugs of wine. Interestingly, it says about a mystery box. That's obviously not possible. Let's see what it wants us to do. So yeah, now it wants us to go to Draenor Village to finish the agility training there. Okay, let's go to Lumbridge. And just like that, 20 agility. Let's mark that as done. So now tracking step 1, travel east from Draenor to Al-Kharid, pay the 10 GP. Okay, let's do that. Is there a silk trader here? That's actually mental. I don't actually think I've ever seen anyone use this guy before. Does he actually buy it? So as we thought, the silk trader in Al-Kharid, of course, does not buy silk. He only sells them. So I updated him to say that that is the case. And now they want me to teleport to Castle Wars using the minigame teleport. So I shall see you once we have, I suppose, inevitably ended up in Ardi to sell this silk. So we've done exactly as we were told. We went to Castle Wars with the home teleport, with the minigame teleport. We then walked from Castle Wars northeast past the observatory up to East Ardoin. And then we walked into Ardoin, spoke to the merchant, making sure that we did not steal from the stall, and sold the silk to him for 60 gold each. Now that we've done that, let's mark this as done, which has now freed up that task list. So let's go ahead and see what is next on the agenda. Perfect. Okay, so it says we need to complete the sheep herder quest in East Ardoin to earn 3,100 gold. Let's go and speak to Councillor Hallgrave near the church, east of Ardoin, and speak to him to start the sheep herder quest. Let's go. Obviously, we understand that AI wants us to complete the sheep herder quest, although this task here is most definitely confused with a few other things. So I'm unsure why that's the case. I am going to take a look as to why that's the case. But we're going to finish sheep herder, and then yeah, I'll figure out why that's happening afterwards. Because what it's supposed to do is it thinks about an optimal task, compares it to the wiki, and then gives me a task list. That's what's supposed to be happening. But as you've seen so far in the video, it makes a few mistakes, and I just need to iron them out. So see this episode as a bit of like a episode 0, I suppose you could say. Ironing out the kinks. Right, so we have our next task in hand. We have to walk to the market square in East Ardoin. We now must steal silk from the silk stall, which requires level 20 thieving, which we already have, until your inventory is full, using your jugs of wine to heal if guards attack you. Someone's clearly already died. Okay, let's crack on with that. Now it's given us that 30-minute wait window. Okie dokie. It now understands, obviously, we cannot go to Al-Kharid to sell the silk there. It's probably looking at the silk trader and in general and thinking, well, I can see there's one in Al-Kharid, so we can sell it there. Look at these guys. They're thirsty for it. Oh, now this guy's thirsty for it. Let's fucking run away. See if we can get away with this one. Now they're all over there. The paladins fight? No, they don't. Cool. He's going to come after me. Oh, shit. Okay, let's run over here. Go away, guard. Let me pickpocket in peace. There's that collected. I suppose we're now going to stand here and wait, as it specifically states to wait 30 minutes from your last theft of the silk stall. So the silk merchant forgets the theft. I shall see you in 30 minutes. So that should be the amount of time needed to pass for me to sell to the merchant. And it does look like it is. So, if I remember rightly, we do the 120. You give him 60. He says okay. And that is done. It wants me to do this until 50 thieving. Are you serious? Repeat this gameplay loop of stealing silk and selling it using your stolen cakes to heal from any guard attacks. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll steal the silk, get to 50 thieving. To be honest, I think I might see you at 50 thieving. Yeah, see you in a bit. So at the moment, the task list in the side only generates 5 in a row. Now, this was originally implemented because we were only using the free trial version, which limited your number of requests per minute to 5. I'm going to go ahead and increase this because clearly we don't need to worry about that being a restriction anymore, as I've paid credits to have that no longer a problem. So I'm going to quickly go and update the code to make that so we are not bound and limited to that many tasks, so we can actually get full-blown adventures out of this rather than a bunch of micro tasks that lead into 5 more completely obsolete and different micro tasks. Ah, it's a bit smarter now. So seeing as we can't sell the 7 silks right now, let's mark this task as done, because the following one is to steal silk from the silk stall in the Ardoin market to rapidly gain thieving experience. And at the same time, the following task after that, if I show you, is to then go ahead and wait to the 20 to 30 minutes to sell them back, or train another skill like agility or mining nearby for the silk merchant to forget your theft. Then sell the accumulated silk back to him. Now realistically, now that it's given me a task to be able to mine iron coal, I can't mine there. I don't think there is any other mining places that gives us training methods. No. Agility is probably going to be the best option, let's be honest. To be fair, it does say to train another skill like agility or mining as an example. So what we could do is take a look at our thieving level and what can we pickpocket at this level? 21. We could go do farmers actually, because that might be a bit easier rather than agility. Although I do like the idea of agility because it gives us those early levels. Oh, no, that's not in the nature of this. Let's ask it what we should train. Right, equip the air staff and your wooden shield. Set your active spell to wind strike. Attack guards or men and women around the Ardoin market square, using stalls or fences as safe spots if necessary to safely train your magic. I like that idea. I do really like that idea. Let's go do that. Now, is there a way that we can safe spot a guard? What about if we stand here? Attack that one. Can we stand here? We can. Okie dokie. I think maybe we have to fight the hero or the paladin. Maybe that would be the better option. Let's see what happens. I think what we should do while we're also standing here is let's use these 2 chaos runes to free up some space. Maybe what we should do, because it wants us to train magic, let's get rid of the... Let's do Earth Strike as well. Oh, I can speak to him. What is the timer? Is it actually 30 minutes? 10 minutes. Not 30, it's 10. Jesus Christ. Right, so let's just quickly tell AI that the wait time to sell silk is 10 minutes. Perfect, it's now corrected it. So let's pickpocket this. That guy's going to come after me. We're going to run up here. Come on, come inside. Let's go to here. Close the door. Now we can thieve in peace. Surely that's been 10 minutes. Yes. Thank God for that. Repeat this 10-minute cycle of stealing, magic training and stealing to steadily build your coin stack and thieving level up. How long should we do this for? Network failure. Well, let's try this again. So we should repeat the cycle until we reach level 38 thieving, which unlocks pickpocketing master farmers in the northeast Ardoin for valuable seeds. And then obviously there's other tasks that tell me to keep doing magic casting. It should approximately get me to level 35 magic which should unlock me Telegrab. And then once I reach level 38 thieving, run out of mind runes, you can transition to pickpocketing nature runes from the chests at level 28 or master farmers level 38 on your way to your ultimate goal of 55 thieving for RD Knights. I like that projection. We've still got a couple of minutes to go until we can speak to the silk merchant, but hopefully it won't be too long. There are so many other ways we could get our thieving up to 38 as it wants us to. Yeah, we must do as we're told. Oh, 30 magic and 21 combat, followed by getting PK'd by the game. That's inventory number 1 sold. Let's get number 2. Oh, there's 24 thieving. I wasn't even about to prepare for that. I was about to prepare for something else, but there's 24 thieving. We've just got 24 HP and 32 magic. We also just sold our second inventory of silks. I was not able to record it and voice it over because I was talking to Mumsy. Gotta love a quick time Mumsy phone call, but we are now on inventory number 3. We just got 30 water runes from, I can't remember what the NPC was because I was recording a voice note, from a paladin. 30 water runes in 1 drop's crazy. So let's change that to water rune. How many earth runes do we actually have? Oh, okay, no. Let's do the earth runes first to get rid of them, and then we'll do water runes afterwards because that'll clear up 1 inventory space. And then by the time the water runes are finished, we should also clear another, which will be exactly what we want for an Ultimate Ironman. Surely it's 10 minutes now. Yes, it is. Right, let's go for inventory number 4. And this guy still wants me. Look at him. Spying at me through the window. Look at him. He wants it. He's never going to get this. He's never going to get this. Let's quickly find out what we're doing here. Network failure. Let's just speak to him. Earlier, I'm pretty sure we were told to do the randoms that give us gold or some form of income. So that is 1 gem. 35 magic. That is the magic level that we were told we would get in our runes. I actually feel like we're going to get more though, given what we have left. But the goal here is 38 thieving, not 35 magic. So we carry on. How is this safe spot working? I don't understand. How are we safe spotting like this? Surely it wants to keep running backwards, but I don't understand. What? There is inventory number 5 sold. So we need to go get number 6. So we have inventory number 6, and apparently this here is a safe spot, which is news to me. Mr. Bob, Mr. Evil Bob. Right, hang on. Let's go to Bob. Network failure. I wonder what that's the case. Anyway, let's just do Bob, and I will try and figure out why we could get a network failure. Well, that is the mind rune stack completely gone. So let's see if AI is now going to tell us what to do next. We have run out of mind runes. What should we train now to wait the 10-minute? Let's do that. Oh, error 503. Let's try that again. Error 503. Let me find out what error 503 means and let me see if I can fix it. We know now why the network failure is happening, because it's timing out. So I don't know if I have to increase the time it takes or whether it's timing out because it's taking too long to respond. But let me see if I can make a fix for that, and then hopefully we won't have that problem. I took a look. We'd set a readout timer to 30 seconds, which probably isn't enough time to give AI the opportunity to actually read through wiki and optimize a run. So we've now got a 60-second timer for connection time, a separate 60-second timer for write timeout, and then a 90-second timer for read timeout. So fingers crossed that's enough time to have it look, figure it out, and then let us know what we're doing. So let's try again. While we wait for this to either error out or give us a response, let's quickly sell our things to this guy. Have we got a response in time? Come on. Yes. Fantastic. Right. Locate a man or women walking around Ardine Market stall near the silk stall. Pickpocket them repeatedly to gain thieving experience and coins, which will stack directly into your inventory without using extra slots. Once the 10-minute cooldown timer since your last theft has expired, talk to the silk merchant. Sell your 16 silks to him for 60 coins each. Steal a fresh batch of silk. Repeat the cycle. Cool. Now that's working. Let's get on with that. 28 thieving. That should now give us the ability to go to the nature chest, and previously it said that we do the training up until we get to 28 thieving so that we can transition to using nature rune chest for the 10-minute timer, providing that we don't get every single guard wanting to kill us. Right, 28 minutes. Let's pickpocket this chest in hopes that we can actually wait this timer out, get some nice set of nature runes, and yeah, it's pretty chill. We have to worry about the guards and everything now, and we've got no need for picking the the baker's chest, so that's good. I like that. 30 thieving coming in. Only 8 more levels to go until we can use master farmers. We are going to leave this video here for now. There is so much more that we have to actually do. It's going to take a while given how AI wants us to train it. I apologize if the intro was a little bit dull from my voice. I was just kind of going for a couple of days of just not feeling it, but I really wanted to push through and try and make something for you. Again, if you can just let me know in the comments what you think, if you have any suggestions. Obviously with AI, if you want to see me do something like get a fire cape, it should guide me through to that. So feel free to drop the suggestion at the bottom and I'll see what I can get away with. Obviously, before we go, we do have to shout out them geezers. We have Ben Kimber and Prifting coming in at the chunkier geezers tier. And we also have Extreme Gnome in the geezers tier. If you want to see your name at the end of the video and you want me to shout you out as well, then consider hitting that join button. But it seems like I don't have 2 accounts that I potentially have to work on for a series. So I shall get back to you as soon as I can. Have a good one.